So, I have my little nifty-difty paper here, and I'm here to give you some recommendations on AP Environmental Science, which, I'm going to be honest, I really didn't know what I was getting into. It's much harder than I thought it was going to be. I thought we were just going to learn, basic stuff about the environment, and I went off recommendations of my friends saying it was a super easy class. So I was like, oh, well, I might as well take it my senior year, whatever. Throughout the year, that changed immensely. It was much harder than I expected. We did a lot more work than I expected, and it was much more tedious. My biggest areas of difficulty would definitely be test taking. I could not get it. I thought I would know the information and I would fail the test, like 43%. I just kept trying harder and harder throughout the year, and they got better, and sometimes they got worse. And thank God for Miss Ashley giving other work, so it wasn't just test grades going in, because if it was, I would have never passed the class. I'm being honest, I wouldn't have. I honestly actually tried to switch out, but it didn't work. My guidance counselor wouldn't let me, so I kind of had to stick it out, which was fine. Like, I managed, I passed, I'm here. But if you don't have a good work ethic and you're not a good test taker, this is not a good class for you. Like, it requires work. You have to put work in to get a result with most classes, but this one requires that extra inch. The next question would be my biggest area of success. I would say maybe the projects and listening and taking notes. I was really good at taking notes, but I've always been good at taking notes. Miss Ashley makes it really easy because she puts PowerPoints up and you can look at them on Canvas and go home and take your own notes or use the reading guide, whatever you find best for you. There's a lot of options, which makes it much easier. For projects, they were just simple projects that you could really perfect. She didn't give you anything that was too crazy, so you can really boost your grade with that. So that was my successful area, is definitely not test taking. That was a nightmare, and the FRQs are really hard too, so do your math and know it, because otherwise you'll fail. If I were able to start the class over again, if I didn't have Miss Ashley, I wouldn't have taken it. Like, if I had to start over and Miss Ashley not be my teacher, I would not have taken the class over again, sorry. It's just not something that I think I would have been able to excel in. But having Miss Ashley again, I would definitely really, really, really go deeper and, indulge in the information and try and get it, so that when I take the test, it's just all there. Like, study every night and not just before the test, and do a bunch of things that I think maybe would have helped me, because towards the end, when I started doing things differently, I would see a better result. Suggestions, oh boy, okay. So, I honestly suggest that if you know that you're not the type of student to put work in, and you think that it just comes naturally to you, like AP isn't really hard, trust me, I thought the same thing, because I did really well in all my other AP classes. This isn't that easy. This isn't that easy of a class. It's not a class where you can do other work in. I mean, you can by all means, but you will fail. You're not going to get it. You need to pay attention, because not only is it rude to Miss Ashley, but it's also, you're just hurting yourself. My class personally wouldn't pay attention. It's just not fair to the teacher. It isn't. And I realized that later on too, so I started to pay attention more. Bring your computer. If you have a laptop and you can bring it, I would bring it, because typing on the reading guide is much easier than writing on it. Be constantly reviewing. You can't just review the day before your test or the night before your test. You need to be reviewing throughout the whole week before your test, because even though it's not your style or something that you're used to, because we have this block AB, there's a lot of information that you need to retain that maybe you're not able to in such a short amount of time. Um, come prepared. Always have your work. Don't turn it in late or anything. I mean, Miss Ashley will accept it because she's an angel, but it's not nothing's impossible to get done in the time being. Um, I probably should have written this because I hate talking in front of people, but I didn't feel like typing. So yeah, I wish you all the best luck in this class, and I hope you do better than I did. Bye.